welcome back to my channel. If you watched my last couple of videos, I have changed my videos and I'm going to be doing more videos, but I'm trying to get everything situated before I make the move from my apartment. Now, if you haven't watched my last couple of videos and you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to be transferring from my three-bedroom apartment into my car and live in my car until I save enough money to buy a van, and then I'm going to be living the van life. Why do I want to do this? Well, I want to do this because I want to be free of paying rent. I want to be free of paying electric. I want to be free of neighbors. I want to live free. And living the van life, I watch a lot of van lifers out there and I love them all. Life with Anthony, Broken Pippa, all these van lifers are doing it. I mean, there's 90-year-old women doing it out there. So if they could do it, I could do it, right? We'll see. Anyways, I decided to live this life because I want to. But I also wanted to tell a story today, and that is when I lived in the car with my mom. Years ago, when I was about 10, 9, 10, around that age, me and my mom lived in the car. We lived in the car because we were running from an abusive guy. It was my brother's dad, not my dad, but my brother's dad. That my mom dated. And he was a 450-pound biker. And my mom was with him for years, but he was a very violent person. Always abused my mom, always abused me and us kids when we were there. Now, this got so bad that my mom did decide for us to get out of there. We got out of there one day. We went to the mall, bought spray paint, spray painted the car a different color. We stayed in cars. We stayed in even an ice cream truck, Carvel's ice cream truck. We had met the people that own Carvel's ice cream in Albany, and they let us stay in their truck for a while. Of course, it was cold. It was wintertime. It wasn't cold because it was an ice cream truck. The ice cream truck wasn't in service, but it was cold because it was wintertime. But we stayed in the car and we lived in the car. Some people now might be saying, well, why do you want to live in a car again when you went through it when you were younger? Well, I want to do it, like I said, to be free. I want to be free from the rent. I want to be free from neighbors. I just had people buy the house next door to me. Where I live is very cheap for rent. I live in a three-bedroom apartment, up and downstairs, three bedrooms upstairs, kitchen, living room, dining room downstairs, and I only pay $600 a month. It's not that I can't afford it. I've been here a year now, all by myself. Now, why do I have a three-bedroom apartment? Well, there was four of us that moved in here. It was me, my brother, his father, not my father, but my stepfather, and my mother. Years ago, my brother moved out to somewhere else. Then my brother's dad ended up in a nursing home. He ended up passing away in 2021. And sadly, I lost my mother at 71 years old, February 5th of 2022. And I lost her to cancer. Now, I want to say anybody that has cancer out there, knows somebody with cancer out there, and they don't want to fight it or they don't want to go through the treatments and things like that, I can understand that. But try and talk to your loved one. Try and get them to do the treatment. At least try, because it can work for a period of time. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get a cure, but it can work and you can enjoy life. It worked for my mother. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that have cancer. Even kids die of cancer, and kids have cancer. They lose their hair, they get sick, whatever the case may be. My mom did very well with it. She was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in 2016, and the doctor told her that if she didn't have treatments, she would only have 6 months to live. Now, I lost my father to cancer years ago at the age of 56. Then I lost my favorite aunt, which was my mom's sister, at 42 of cancer. She had the treatments. She got sick. She lost her hair and everything like that. But my mom, I begged her to at least try. I says, Mom, If it don't work or you're getting sick, you don't like it, we'll stop it. Well, instead of 6 months, she got an extra 6 years on her life. And she did very well with it. She never lost her hair. She never got sick. And she did well with it. She was tired here and there, but not really. She was going to doctor's appointments. We were going to the casino. We were going out to eat and everything in them 6 years. I even took her to get her nails done for the first time. And so my thing is to people out there is if you know somebody with cancer, they don't want to fight it or give it a try, at least try to get them to try it. Even if it's a friend, talk to them, at least try to get them to try it. And then if it don't work or they don't like it, they get sick, then whatever the case may be. But anyways, let's get back to I'm moving out of here because I don't want a landlord anymore. My landlord don't bother me, and like I said, I only pay $600 a month, which is a steal. But we just had new neighbors move in next door. They started trouble with me as soon as they moved in. I myself keep to myself. I don't bother anybody. I stay in my room almost 24 hours 7, especially since now I lost my mother. I don't need the stress. I have a lot of health issues. I had a heart attack in 2021. 2022, my esophagus was bleeding. I had to have a blood transfusion. I almost died in 2021. I almost died in 2022. I don't want to deal with the issues and I don't need it. I have stress, depression, anxiety, and things like that. I do go to counseling for it and I do get help for it and I do have medications for it. And it helps, but still, I need to relieve my stress. And that's why I'm going to be moving into my car until I save enough money up to buy a van. And I'm not buying a brand new van or a camper van. I'm just buying a regular old van, and it could be $3 or $4,000, whatever the case may be. I'm not buying a brand new van. I will not make payments on a van or anything like that because I don't believe in payments. If you pay on a van or you pay on a car, and then it comes time where you can't afford it or you can't pay it, they take that back. All that money that you put in there, you lost. The car that I have now is a 2007 Saturn Ion. I bought it for almost $4,000. I paid cash for it myself. I bought it outright. I will not pay payments for a car. I'd rather be carless than pay payments. However, now I can't be carless because I want to transition from my 3 bedroom apartment to my car until I get enough money to buy a van. And then I'm going to be transforming that van. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on this channel coming this summer, probably at my daughter's house because I'm going to be camping outside of her house sometimes. I live in Rome, New York. She lives in Coxsackie, New York, which is ways away from Albany, 20 minutes away from Albany, New York. She's an hour and a half away from me. I'm going to be camping outside of her house most nights, except for when I got to come to Rome, New York to check my mail, to go to doctor's appointments, to go to counseling, or whatever. And then those nights, I will be sleeping in my car somewhere out in Rome, probably in one of their parking lots. They have a lot of free parking lots out here that you could park in. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to live the nomad life and live life free the way I want to for a change. And if you don't know, my mom was cremated. I have her here with me and she will be coming in the car with me. It'll kind of be like old times. I know she's gone, but it'll kind of be like old times because me and her will be living in the car again and then the van. The only difference is I'm not homeless. I can afford an apartment. I can afford to get an apartment. I can afford to move and things like that, but I don't want to. I want to live in the car and then I want to live the nomad life. There's lots of people out there that are doing it. And if you're interested in those kinds of videos, I would search up YouTube. If you're interested in doing it yourself, I would search on YouTube and see all the nomads out there, all the people that live in their car, they live in their vans. Some of them even got pets, some of them even got kids. Now, I myself wouldn't take kids into a car or things like that. But there are people out there. There's one lady that lives the nomad life. She built out a bus to be like a home for her, and she lives with her child. And there's a couple other people that live with their kids on the road. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to live free, and I will be doing more videos of me. I'll be doing videos of my puppy. I do have a puppy. Her name is Annabelle. If you like puppies, I have Shorts Pets on my channel. Go to the Shorts feed and watch the Shorts Pets. You could see my puppy. I did have a kitty. I got rid of her recently because it would be very hard to transition from my apartment to the car with a cat. A dog is easier because you can feed them outside, they go potty outside, you can give them a drink outside, and you can even give them a drink and feed them in the car. So, of course, I'm taking her with me. She is my cuddle bug, and I just love her so much. And I would never, ever get rid of her. She will be coming with me, and you will be seeing more of her. My daughter may be on some of the videos. So if you're interested in those kind of videos, you're interested on seeing what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you in my next video.